I love making a cold gazpacho soup on a hot summer day. It's really light and refreshing, but the way I was making it is completely different from what I saw. And there are so many different recipes out there, but I was intrigued by this particular one. It's Gordon Ramsay's cold gazpacho soup, where he shares a few secrets from chefs in the restaurant that they use when they prepare a cold gazpacho soup. And I'm going to share these secrets with you in this video. So make sure you watch it until the end because I'm pretty sure that you would love to make it as well. Now, the first secret is overripe tomatoes. And this is the key. As I core them, you can already smell that earthy, fruity scent, that deep tomato aroma that only comes from tomatoes picked at their peak. So it's basically liquid sunshine. But here's the cool part. Tomatoes weren't even in the original gazpacho. The very first versions of the soup go all the way back to ancient Rome, where a similar dish of bread, water, and seasoning was made. It wasn't until centuries later that gazpacho became the vibrant red soup we know today. In southern Spain, they began incorporating fresh local vegetables, especially tomatoes, as the dish evolved into something more refreshing and summery. I like to use a mix of heirloom and Roma tomatoes for a balance of sweetness and acidity, but these cherry tomatoes are also just fine. So the tomato isn't just one ingredient, it's the soul of this dish. Next come the bell peppers. I'm using both red and green. The red ones are sweet and mellow, almost fruity, and they blend beautifully into the base. And the green peppers, on the other hand, are slight and bitter and fresh and grassy, and they keep everything balanced. Together they bring contrast, not just a taste, but in color too. That pop of green and red gives the gazpacho a gorgeous depth, even before it's blended. Now I'm also going to add some garlic for the heat and especially jalapeno pepper, because gazpacho is from Spain, and Spain is all about heat and passion. So let's add some heat in our gazpacho. The garlic gives its bold kick, while the jalapeno adds that gentle burn that lingers in the background, making every spoonful just a little bit more exciting. The second secret ingredient to this recipe is bread, because it adds that thickness to the soup. And I'm using ciabatta bread because it's airy, but it has that chewy, hard crust. And when you add it to the veggies and you leave it overnight, it soaks up all the juices like a sponge. And when you blend it the next day, it adds that velvety and smooth texture without being too heavy. Now I'm going to cut it and I'll just add it to my veggies. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can actually break it instead of cutting it because you're going to blend it anyways. Next up is the cucumber. I peel it, I slice it in half, then into quarters. It adds that clean and cooling freshness that brightens the whole gazpacho and makes it extra mouth-watering. I'm finishing the veggie mix with chopped green onions and fragrant basil. This is where the aroma really comes alive. The onions add a gentle sharpness and the basil releases that sweet, peppery scent that makes every smell like a summer garden in full bloom. Basil in gazpacho adds such a gorgeous, unexpected layer of fragrance and very sweet aroma. Now I think this dish is a little bit too small for my gazpacho marinade, so I'm going to transfer it into another pot or another dish before I'm going to add olive oil and red wine vinegar. So I just transferred my marinade into a bigger bowl, and for the last touch I'm going to add some olive oil, and I'm also going to add some red wine vinegar. But you can also add some sherry vinegar because apparently it tastes better, but I don't have it, so I'm going to add red wine vinegar for the acidity. Also, I'm going to add some sea salt. And lastly, I'm going to add black pepper. Now it's time to mix it. And now, the last secret that restaurants use is mixing everything and pressing down the marinade with pans or something really, really heavy and leaving it overnight in the fridge. So the longer you leave your marinade in the fridge, the better it will taste in the morning when you blend it. Look at this beautiful, you have to really make it because it smells amazing. I literally can eat it as is, like a salad, but I'm not going to do that. I will leave it overnight and I will enjoy it the next morning. This is beautiful. So I prepared my marinade the night before, and I just want to show you how it looks when you marinate it for 24 hours. Let's see. I didn't press it down with pans, but I didn't put anything heavy on top, but I put just a plate, and this is how it looks. Now I'm going to transfer it into a blender and I'll mix it and we'll see. And also I have a few ice cubes just in case, because when I'm going to blend it, it will add that smoothness to my gazpacho soup. And it's gonna be really, really cold. That's what we want. So you see it's a little bit thick, so that's what I was afraid of. And I'm going to add maybe 2 or 3 ice cubes and we will see after, because we want it really velvety and smooth. Look at that, it's so smooth and velvety and the color is beautiful. Now I'm going to pour it in a bowl, just like that. And I will finish it with some basil leaves. I'll roll it really tightly. Just like that. And some olive oil. Beautiful. Now it's time to try our cold gazpacho. Wow, this soup is so velvety and it has that unexpected layer of fragrance from basil. It's a little bit crunchy, yet it's really smooth, but a little bit spicy, and it's cold. It's a perfect soup for summer. I really want you to try it. And let me know in the comment, would you add bread to it or would you marinate it for 24 hours? Do you think it's too long? Or do you have any other tips how to make a cold gazpacho? I'll be more than happy to chat with you in the comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.